centers, but our book distributors open many centers each day. Kyunki wherever our books go, that place becomes a tirtha. That's in Shastra, right? The presence of Krishna, or Krishna's literary incarnations, that makes it a tirtha. So all our um, we are opening that many books, that many household the books go, that many actually we are opening our centers because the presence of Krishna in that household, either in deity form or book form, and book form is the Kali Yuga special prerogative, a special mercy, and Lord actually incarnated as in the book form, Grantha in fact. एंड वो जो भगवान का अवतार होता है उधर, वो कभी भी अपना जब क्वेश्चन ऑफ टाइम, इट्स अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ टाइम एंड सिचुएशन वर्ल्ड सिचुएशन एज जब हम डिस्कस करते हैं बहुत ज्यादा क्रिटिकल है अभी। आज भी मैंने रिपोर्ट ली थी, कुछ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से भी कुछ खबर आ रही थी, माने हर चीज हाइटेंड है, वॉर्स प्रिपरेशन एवरीथिंग इज ऑन द टॉप। वेस्ट से भी कुछ जो चल रहा है सब मैं आज देख रहा था थोड़ा कि कैसे हमारे पास ये वेपन है। और लास्ट पॉइंट में कहूंगा, देर इज अ विल देर इज अ वे। हजारों लाखों सेंटर्स हम खोलते हैं, देर इज अ विल देर इज अ वे। मणिधर प्रभु जो थे प्रभुपाद के बिगिनिंग डेज में जर्मनी में बीमार हो गए थे, अनेबल टू मूव, तो सब मैराथन पे जा रहे थे, उन्होंने कहा मैं यहाँ पड़ा पड़ा क्या करूंगा, एटलीस्ट वैन में सो जाता हूँ। He slept in the van and they all went out book distribution. He saw from the window that people are passing away, so many living beings without Krishna consciousness. He just opened the door while sleeping only, put out his book like this. Evening they come and they see he's sleeping and the van is empty. They thought he left the door open, ajar, and some thieves have taken away the books. Thing happened was he distributed lying down in high fever, raining. More books, jitna books, more than anybody else he distributed because he had that desire. So please desire. And another incident of Sadbhuj Prabhu, recent, that's not very old, Germany mein, he is distributing marathon time 2030 something, and that in charge suddenly told him, well, how much, if you don't distribute 100, I will think you are in Maya. Arre, how is it possible? That day they didn't allow parking also, he cannot refill. And till afternoon, he is just like 2022. Then he prayed to Krishna. One lady took 40 books. Then still he is short of some 30, whatever, 35. Then, then he, that night, again that lady approached him. Something, that's a whole story. The idea is Krishna can do things, undo things. We have to have desire. So to see heartening that 200 of our commander-in-chiefs of Sankirtan army are here, praying at your lotus feet. Please take it up, mission, and every home and heart, every town and village, and every mobile device. Also, please look into how we can have e-books also sale, increase the sale of e-books because people are reading in devices. That also to be. Thank you. Jai Pranam. Dandavat Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Haribo,
Dandavat.
Jai. All glory to Srila Prabhupada, Sri Guru, Sri Gauranga. All glories to the Srila Prabhupada Marathon. All glories to the devotees who are participating and doing their best to please Srila Prabhupada. So, I'm very sorry that I was a little late. As I put in the chat, I was invited last minute 2 days ago to come to Delhi just for one day for the Radha Parthasarthi anniversary. So I was speaking in relation to this. I was speaking to the devotees that Srila Prabhupada, he installed these deities, just like he installed in Hyderabad. So these deities who Srila Prabhupada, because when someone installs the deity, they promise the Lord that they will look after his well-being. And as we know, Krishna, although Krishna is in the form of Radha Parthasarthi, Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya, that Radha Krishna have combined in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so Srila Prabhupada, to promise to fulfill their desire, is the desire to give, Krishna Prema Pradayate, to give Krishna Prema to everyone in this world. So many people are suffering. Everywhere we look, there's problems, political problems, economic problems, social problems. Nowadays, in many countries, people do not even know what gender they are. So the world is so confused, and we have the only solution. The other day I read that Srila Prabhupada said about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is a follower of Prasad Maharaj. So, the Sankirtan movement did not begin, or this mood of extreme compassion that Srila Prabhupada exhibited to us, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shared to the world, was there in Prahlad Maharaj. It was also sometimes Indians, especially in here in India, they have said, "No, we're not interested in converting other people. We're not interested. This is just for Hindus." And I said, "What about Narad Muni, who not only preached on this planet, but practically every planet in the universe, even in the hellish planets?" So, as Srila Prabhupada said, when he was in London, and they asked him, "What do you believe in hell?" And Srila Prabhupada said, "Yes." And they said, "What is it like?" He said, "London." So we're living in hell, according to Srila Prabhupada's definition. Although some people, confused by the modes of nature, think that this is heaven, or think they can create a heaven in this miserable world, which Srila Prabhupada, which Krishna labels as Dukkalayam Shashvatam. So if the Supreme Lord guarantees, he guarantees this is what you'll experience, Dukkalaya, and even if you become comfortable with suffering, it's temporary. Even the happiness you derive from the suffering that you've learned to tolerate is also temporary and a new type of suffering. So I was meditating today on how to approach Krishna in the most meaningful way. And that very meaningful way is to satisfy his pure devotee. Just like we were speaking this morning about the name Radha Parthasarthi. And some of Srila Prabhupada's God brothers wondered, how can you name a deity of Radha and Krishna Parthasarthi? But Srila Prabhupada explained that Parthasarthi means that Krishna comes under the control of his devotee. This is the intimacy. So therefore, this name, Parthasarthi, it relates great intimacy. And so this is the desire of the Lord, to come under his control, to be part of his desire and part of his lila. How many devotees actually have a chance to participate in Krishna lila? But we have a chance to participate directly in Chaitanya lila, which is unfolding and will continue to unfold as long as the Sankirtan movement is in course, which is for the next 10,000 or at least 9,500 years. We can be in that lila. Srila Prabhupada has invited us. So this is our opportunity. And this is a great opportunity, because the Sankirtan movement will go on with us or without us. And by participating in this marathon, we confirm we reserve our seat at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada to be part of this movement, this great offer. And what is this movement giving? Krishna Prema Pradayate. No, we're not just giving people a little prasadam, a little something. We're giving them the full absolute truth, param satyam param dhimahi, so that they can meditate on that absolute truth. And the way that Srila Prabhupada explains everything in his books so wonderfully that any person will be overwhelmed by the wondrous nature of Srila Prabhupada's preaching, any sane person. Of course, many people are pramita, as it says in the Bhagavatam. They're mad, and they become mad, and we want to make them mad from chanting the holy name of Krishna. And from my own experience, it was Srila Prabhupada's books that opened my heart and my eyes. I got one magazine from Vishnu Jan Swami, 1971, and I saw a picture of Srila Prabhupada and Vishnu, and I felt like I knew this person, and I knew Vishnu. I knew some Vishnu. Otherwise, the potency of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement is so great that even a fallen soul can see Srila Prabhupada and feel that relationship. They can see, just by seeing him on the back of the cover, just by touching the book, what to speak of taking the book. But the very important factor, which I've been emphasizing to the different Sankirtan devotees, something that I always did and try to do when I distribute books, is meditate, begging Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, please allow me to be your instrument, not only to give this book, but to give this person the desire to read the book, which means we have to read the books with great enthusiasm. And that enthusiasm will sit in our heart. And when we sincerely pray to the Lord, it will be conveyed to the heart of the person we're distributing the book to. So it's not just a question of giving the book, but giving them the sense of enthusiasm and determination to take up this Krishna consciousness. And that is a heart-to-heart transmission, which can only be accomplished by our surrender. And therefore, Krishna, right in the middle of Bhagavad Gita, which we're distributing, says, Man mana bhavaman bhakto maya saktamana partha yogam yunjan madashraya. That if we're meditating and have our minds fixed on Krishna, mayarpito mano buddhi, and our intelligence seeking the way to explain these books in such a way that the people will be convinced, not by our argument or not by the intellectual capacity we have, but using our intelligence, dami buddhi yogam tam, by desham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam, by being connected with Krishna in love and devotion. And love is awakened by sincere and total dedication to serving someone. So when we do that, total dedication, especially in the marathon, and no personal interest, no personal agenda, no time out. Just when we're distributing books, meditating on giving this mercy. When we're not distributing books, meditating on how I will do it. And if we can do that for 45, well, actually 39 days remaining in this marathon, and pray to Krishna that let me make every day of my life, let this marathon be the preparation for every day of my life, so that I can live this day in full absorption in your devotional service, in pleasing you and satisfying your desire. So anyway, these are some thoughts that I just had about this wonderful opportunity. And we have to see it not as a burden, but as an opportunity. So this opportunity is being given to us by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and his sincere followers, like especially well, here I am in the heart of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj's area. And I consider it like that. I'm just like a perverted reflection of Bharat, just holding his shoes on my head and waiting for his instructions to keep inspiring people. And I just sit outside and try to convey the wonderful message, the message that he gave by his own enthusiasm and his own dedication, which is the main message that any devotee gives. And when we show that enthusiasm and dedication in our Sankirtan, then miracles can happen. Many people would ask Srila Prabhupada, can you do a miracle? And here is the miracle, having hundreds and thousands of people all over the world going out and distributing books. And certainly here in Bharat and India, we have the opportunity to do that in such a scale that cannot be equal. And we should, not that we want to be better than everyone, we want to inspire everyone to do the same, to show them that it's possible. And because 10 books distributed in India will be equal to one book distributed in a very difficult country, or I would say one book, 10 books in India is about 3 books in Mexico and about half a book in Argentina. Some places are more difficult. Mexico, after India, is probably the easiest country in the world to distribute books. So we have this facility. We have the blessing and the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially all of you who were born in this sacred land, to take advantage of it and not waste a moment in trying to give Srila Prabhupada's mercy to the fallen conditioned souls. So these are some words which I wanted to share with you today. And unfortunately, I have to go back to a program that I was supposed to begin half an hour ago. And I'm sorry that I got distracted. But I thank all of you for giving me this opportunity to offer some service to those great souls, all of you that are taking up this book distribution so seriously. The leaders, the temple presidents, the Sankirtan devotees, and every congregational member that can take the time off of their busy work schedule to give Krishna consciousness to others. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Sri Krishna Sankirtan ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.
His Holiness Guru Prasad Swami Maharaj ki jai. Thank you so much, Maharaj. In spite of your busy and hectic schedule, you could take out some time for all of us, for inspiring all of us. And today we have around 220 leaders gathered together to hear from you. I mean, really very inspiring words of and especially the way that you have said how we are carrying out the mission of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj in the mode of Bharat Maharaj. That was really very inspiring and touching. And you sharing from your own early experiences of how you got a magazine from Vishnu Swami Maharaj, and since then how you relentlessly have taken forward this mission of Prabhupada for the past 50 years. So your life itself is inspiration, and especially your words definitely will add on to it. And hope and pray that we will be worthy of your blessings, so that we will be able to take this marathon nicely. So please kindly bless all of the Sankirtan leaders who have assembled here, so that they'll be able to take inspiration, draw inspiration from your words, and carry on this mission for the pleasure of all yourselves and Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. It's my great privilege to have this opportunity to serve all of you. You're my inspiration. No, Hare Krishna. So I will have to sign out now, and please, all of you, bless me that I can somehow or another continue, in spite of my inadequacy, continue in this Sankirtan. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Haribol.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. So now, we have with us His Grace Panchagauda Prabhu, and we have with us His Grace Mahaman Prabhu, taking this opportunity that all the leaders have assembled together. So, we'd like to request each of them to please kindly bless all of the devotees who have assembled here to take with this mission with great sincerity. Yes, Prabhu. Panchagauda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Balarama ki jai. Yes, Sankirtan, this is Lord Chaitanya's program, specifically came to distribute the Maha Mantra and the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. Also, I'm fortunate when I came to Miami 50 years ago, they said, "Oh, you'd be a good Sankirtan devotee." Next thing I was out on the streets in the airport. We're doing back to Godhead magazines, then we started doing big books. And every, especially marathon time, very exciting time, we'd put in extra hours, we'd go to the ports, all the people who are trying to enjoy the cruises and coming off the cruises, we'd be there with our books, and then we'd rush to the airport and continue on because Miami had flights from all over the world. We used to meet all kinds of people there. But everyone was always amazed to see how enthusiastic and empowered the book distributors were. You see businessmen and ordinary people just staring for hours, how the devotees with such determination and always having such bright energy to distribute the books. So that's something that's Srila Prabhupada's mercy, as we all heard, that once the book's distribution started and is different ideas, different techniques, and when Prabhupada heard some of the results, or all the results, he said he used to bring him life. Whenever the Sankirtan newsletter would come in, Srila Prabhupada would be always very happy and ecstatic, especially when a new book was published. We were doing in Miami Airport a lot of the sixth canto, teachings of Queen Kunti. We had many different books, Bhagavad Gita, of course. But this is a wonderful opportunity to encourage all the devotees, and Vrindavan somehow or other, our book distribution really jumped up because it seems like we have from hundreds to thousands to tens of thousands of people coming through the temple every day. And we have a few bus parties, but we're looking to how to train the bhaktas also. It's great for our discipline because you'll be going out in Sankirtan, so you get up early with more determination to chant your rounds nicely, to hear the Bhagavatam, to sing and dance in the Guru Puja. And then this kind of gives you that Narayan Kavacha, the shield, the protective shield, so that the Maya in the mind, the bodily platform, you should always understand that you're doing the best service. My son Ram. Ram, I'll call you back. We're in a meeting here with the Sankirtan mission here, Sankirtan mission meeting. I'll give it.
I'm just trying to check in.
Okay,
Later.
I'll call you. I will. So this is I lost everybody. Am I still on? Am I still on? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji,
You
we
can
can
hear
hear you.
me? Okay. Okay. Anyway, it was always a very exciting time because every department kind of tightened up their belts, and the cooks were cooking more enthusiastically. The pujaris were doing more service because anybody who was available and free would be out in book distribution. And there's no one more dear to Krishna than one who's trying to give this message of Godhead to others. And Prabhupada showed by his personal example, any function, any program that Prabhupada did, he always had his books displayed nicely there. And even when Prabhupada was visiting certain temples where book distribution was going on, the devotees were so much caught up in their service of distributing the books that they weren't like so they were eager to get Prabhupada's personal darshan, but they wanted to also do their duty of book distribution. So it's a sense of duty, it's a sense of responsibility, and it's also the best way to make spiritual advancement because when you're reading with more focus and intention because you're seeing that how much Maya and how vulnerable we are because of the mind or feeling sometimes that like you're intruding on someone's space, but do feel confident and positive that by distributing the books, you're giving them the greatest gift, something that they can't even imagine because people are lost in this material world. So the Sankirtan mission is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. It was the Bhakti Vinod, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur with the printing press and distribution of books. Prabhupada received the order. Prabhupada delivered the order to all of us. Prite vite yache yada nagaradigram sarvatra prachara hoibe muranam. And we all have a duty with gratitude for Prabhupada. We should actually feel that we have a short lifetime. If we can dedicate our life to distributing more books, encourage more people to read the books and distribute the books and become Krishna conscious, then Krishna's Sankirtan army will grow and grow because material world is a very dangerous and place full of suffering. But this is an opportunity. I mean, how often does Lord Chaitanya appear? Dev, Kalpa, Dev, Brahma, a long time. And it's just in our Lord Chaitanya and the six Goswamis, just Vrindavan Dham, Govardhan, and all the teachings of the Goswamis, which were who scrutinizingly studied all the scriptures and made these books available in such a way that in time, place, and circumstance we can understand, and also others can understand that they're servants of Krishna, and this world is temporary, and they should dedicate their time to serving and loving Krishna. Anyway, I had many years of book distribution. I feel I'm still doing some book distribution by helping to manage the temple and encouraging the book distribution here. So I hope that all of you have a successful marathon. I think Vrindavan Temple is going to be a hot competition for all of you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Rosie, for your valuable words, and very nicely you have reminded us of the importance of morning program. How is it going to act as a shield for us, for all of the book distributors who are going out, and how it actually further intensifies our book reading itself. The book distribution intensifies our book reading in turn, and you also asked us to kind of always remember that the service that we are doing in the form of book distribution is the greatest service because we are offering the greatest gift to the people. So this is the greatest service. Thank you very much, Percy, for your valuable time and words. So now I'd like to request His Grace Mahaman Prabhu to kindly address and inspire all the devotees assembled here.
Hare Krishna, all devotees, all Sankirtan devotees. It's a pleasure to be here in this talks. Guru Prasad Maharaj gave a very enlivening talk. So did Panchakota Prabhuji. Every word, every sentence that Srila Prabhupada spoke has very deep meaning for us. While we do not minimize any of his words or sentences, I feel two sentences directly from Prabhupada's lotus mouth as a life giving tonic. They call Sanjeevani in Sanskrit or Hindi. These two sentences, the first one is in the context of a reporter asking Srila Prabhupada, now your movement is going on very well, but what will happen when you die? This answer, the answer to this question is on a video. I can send the link on the ICC conference. Everyone should see this video from the lotus mouth of Srila Prabhupada. The answer to this question, what will happen when you die? Prabhupada says, I will never die. I will always live in my books and they will utilize. That was one of the sentences that is like Sanjeevani for all of us. And the second one is a conversation in a very private audience to Tamal Krishna Maharaj, wherein Srila Prabhupada reveals a very intimate secret of his eternal pastime in Golok, Vrindavan. Prabhupada says there that Krishna had asked him to come to this material world and preach. And Prabhupada was very hesitant. No, Krishna, I want to stay with you. This material world is a very horrible place. I don't want to go there. Please, I want to be here. But Krishna persisted. No, you are needed there. You please go. I will make all arrangements. Don't worry. Still, Prabhupada was a little hesitant. Then finally, Krishna said, you will be writing the books, you'll be translating the books, and your books will be the legacy for the next 10,000 years on the Earth planet. So Prabhupada was inspired, and according to Prabhupada's own words, all right, I will go. So these two incidences are very inspiration, as well as so many other topics of Srila Prabhupada or instructions of Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, book distribution is the heart of ISKCON, and it is also my heart, means Prabhupada's heart. Just like in the body, the heart is the most important part. The heart fails, then the body is dead. And similar thing, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, Prana chayate karibe pracha. A body that has life will preach, and one who preaches, conversely, means that he has life. A person who goes out to preach indicates he has some life. And also, conversely, if you have life, you will go and preach. So we should feel always obliged to Srila Prabhupada, how much austerities he took. Recently, I was in the Chippiwada temple, and they narrated some of the pastimes. I request everyone to please go to see this Chippiwada temple where Prabhupada translated and arranged for the production of many books like Easy Journey to the Planets and first three volumes of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So we were told that one of the friends of Srila Prabhupada narrates that Prabhupada would often skip his meals so that he could save the money for book printing, that much detachment. And in one letter, Srila Prabhupada says that he would, in order to get this, deliver the paper, he had to deliver the paper to the OK press. So to take the paper, to save the money of the rickshaw, Prabhupada used to carry the paper on his head. It brings us to tears that he personally carried the paper which was to be used for printing to the local press. And then in the same letter, Prabhupada says that just like Krishna, he had taken, Vasudev, he had taken baby Krishna in a basket on the head across the Yamuna. Prabhupada says, I was thinking that I am taking the message of Krishna on which will be printed on this paper across the seven seas. And of course, we know that Srila Prabhupada did that. There's nothing we can do, no matter how many books we do distribute, no matter how many temples we open, no matter how many devotees we make, or any other services do, we will never be able to liquidate the debt that we owe to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada said it is impossible to repay the debt that we owe to Mahabhagat like Srila Prabhupada. But we can do those activities that will please him. And Srila Prabhupada said book distribution is the best duty, best service. It's like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is said that he is the greatest capitalist. Krishnadas Kaviraj has described so eloquently. He is the greatest capitalist, Dhani. He has all the wealth. And what is Dhani? He is a touchstone. Anything that it touches also turns into gold. So this is what this Krishna conscious movement is all about. Krishna is as much about his devotees as he is about himself. And he is more pleased when the number of devotees is increasing unlimitedly. And that will only and only happen through book distribution. We all joined because of reading a book. And now we are to pass this mercy to everyone. This is the least we can do for Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Ji. Thank you so much, Praji, for sharing us how Srila Prabhupada is eternally still continuing to live in his books. I mean, according to Prabhupada's statement, he also inspired all the devotees, sharing the importance of book distribution and how any person who has life, he would definitely go to preach. So thank you very much for your valuable words and inspiration, Praji. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, and all the devotees. Thank you very much for joining this session.
So please kindly meet all the devotees so that they'll be able to carry forward this mission.
Thank you. Alex, all goes to Srila Prabhupada book distribution.
Thank you. So, I mean, I could also see that we have with us His Grace Sarvabhaum Prabhu. We would like to request Sarvabhaum Prabhu to please kindly inspire all the devotees.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, thank you. Thank you, Vedanta Chaitanya Prabhu. I was just in ecstasy to hear the exalted Prabhupada disciple Vaishnava encouraging the devotees for book distribution. Sankirtan movement is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, and the Sankirtan movement has two wings, Harinam Sankirtan and book distribution. Particularly at this time, right now, whole world is going towards the Third World War. And Srila Prabhupada said, if we distribute books and do Harinam, we can check that, we can delay that, or else those who get the books and those who distribute books will survive and rest all will go in the mouth of Kal. So this is the best chance to take book in the hand and distribute the books and immunize the people and save their lives that they can become Krishna consciousness and go back home, back to Godhead. Otherwise, biggest massacre and disaster is very near. Maybe most of us can see in our life. Therefore, Krishna conscious movement is only, Srila Prabhupada said, is the only hope for the humanity. And our main business is to do Sankirtan. And Sankirtan, as just Srila Prabhupada said, as two parts. Harinam Sankirtan, and transcendental book distribution. So devotees are always enthusiastic, particularly during marathon time in India. And His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj used to say, every year double, now double it. Double it is Maharaj's slogan. So we have to now triple or quadruple actually to stop this upcoming disaster of the monster of the war, which is going to destroy the whole planet. Almost half of that will be finished. So please be more serious in our own Krishna consciousness and give Krishna consciousness to others. This is the best time. Our spirits are very high. We have BBT, which is providing us books, and we have to reach the people and give the books. I mean, everybody has a different experience of book distribution. Personally, my humble sense, self, when we, the one way is that when they weigh the book in a scale against me, then I am number one, because at least more than 300 books go when they weigh against me in Bombay and some other temples. And mostly what I'm, my experience is when we do satsang, we inspire people at that time, people take books. And this is the way we distribute. I mean, personally, I have distributed books, maybe 20, 50 sets of Bhagavatam or thousands of Bhagavad Gita in satsang. Because when people have a more, you know, spiritual atmosphere, and they are more, you know, more in a pious attitude, then it costs nothing actually. 200, 300 rupees for one Bhagavad Gita is nothing for everybody. Is spending more than that money just to recharge their phone every month. So the money is not a matter. The matter is how we approach them and how we convince them and how we make them really receive. I think Maharaj Guru Prasad said one thing good, that we pray to Gaur Nitai that not only they took back book, but they should also read this book and get benefited. This is what Srila Prabhupada did when he landed in America. He said, Krishna, you brought me here. I don't know what is your purpose. But now what I have to say, they have to understand, because you are living in their heart as a super soul. And you have brought me here. Now you make them understand what I am going to say. This is the, basically, this is Prabhupada's methodology of preaching, that pray to Krishna, Gaur Nitai, that they are as a super soul in their heart. They are in our heart also. Our sincere desire to deliver Mahaprabhu's message of Harinam Sankirtan, Sri Krishna's message of Bhagavad Gita. We pray simply, and then a super soul from their heart will inspire them to take full advantage, and they take books and they distribute books more. And we encourage December, the new year, they can give gifts to their, near and dear, something, instead of box of sweet which can last one day. Give them Bhagavad Gita that will last for generations. You go to some marriage which are very common, you just give these gifts. You train the people. We have to train the people how they use the books in their normal life to spiritualize the whole culture in Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, book distributor ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your kind words and for really inspiring us, reminding us of the precarious situation we are going to face in quite some time now, and the only way out is to fight it back with books in our hands. So that is a really good statement that you have made. Thank you
Yeah,
so much
books are
for.
the bombs. Prabhupada, books are the bombs. These bombs can only make us victorious in the Sankirtan moment of Mahaprabhu.
Yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you.
And today, I mean, we are close to 8 o'clock, and now that we have heard words of inspiration from many of the senior devotees have assembled here. They have kindly taken out time to bless all of us, inspire us, encourage us, and motivate us to take up this very important mission that is right in front of us in the form of this marathon. We have this marathon runs from November 15th to 15th of January. That is 2 months of period. We are already 7 months down the line. So 7 days down the line, and we are now left with around 54 days ahead. So we have quite some time to do our duty of gratitude, as one of them was mentioning, duty of gratitude towards Srila Prabhupada. And our seniors have altogether have given us a target of 50 lakh Mahabig books this year. 50 lakh Mahabig books India is going to distribute this year, and last year we all together could distribute 43 lakh Mahabig books, and this year we are all expected to distribute 50 lakh Mahabig books. And definitely with the togetherness, with taking inspiration from each one of us, so definitely we'll be able to smash this target and do well beyond this target. And we seek the blessings of all the seniors, and all of the Sankirtan leaders are also requested to take this and to take the blessings of all the seniors, and hope that you have taken enough inspiration from all of them. And happy marathon ahead, and thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai.